In this story, you will see fairies, courage, and a glowing musli tree bring the forest to life. Once upon a time, in a hidden valley deep within a lush forest, there lived a group of fairies. These fairies weren't ordinary fairies. They had shimmering wings made of moonlight and could talk to the animals of the forest. But what made them even more special was their connection to the musli tree, a tree unlike any other. The musli tree was ancient, with thick golden bark that glowed in the moonlight and leaves that shimmered like stars. It was said that the tree held a magical power that could grant a wish to anyone pure of heart. However, the musli tree had been asleep for many, many years, and no one had dared to approach it in a long time. One sunny afternoon, as the fairies played near the river, Mira, the eldest and wisest fairy, looked up and saw something strange in the sky, a cloud shaped like a heart. It moved closer to the ground, floating gently toward the musli tree. Mira felt a surge of curiosity and excitement. Could it be? Mira whispered to herself. The musli tree is waking up. Excited, she gathered her friends, Luna, the swift fairy with wings like a dove, Trixie, the mischievous fairy who loved to make everyone laugh, and Bella, the fairy who could talk to animals. They all flew to the musli tree, eager to see what magic it might offer. As they approached the tree, the air seemed to change. It was filled with a soft, enchanting hum, like the whispers of 1,000 secrets. The golden bark of the musli tree shone brightly, and its branches stretched out, inviting the fairies closer. But before they could touch the tree, a soft voice echoed from the branches. To those who seek the magic of the musli tree, you must first prove your worth, said the tree. Only the pure of heart, who show true bravery, kindness, and wisdom, may awaken my magic. The fairies gasped. They had heard stories of the tree's magical power, but they had never been told of such a challenge. What must we do? Mira asked, her voice steady. 3 tasks you must complete, said the tree. The first task is to show bravery, the second is to spread kindness, and the third is to find wisdom where it is least expected. Only then will I grant you a wish. Without hesitation, the fairies nodded. They were ready for the challenge. Task 1. Bravery in the Enchanted Cave. The first task took them to a cave deep in the heart of the forest. The entrance was guarded by a fierce lion who had a heart as hard as stone. He roared when he saw the fairies, and his eyes glowed like fiery coals. Luna, known for her courage, flew forward and spoke softly to the lion. We come in peace, brave lion. We need to enter the cave to complete a task given by the musli tree. The lion's eyes softened as he listened. I guard this cave to protect the treasure inside, but I will let you pass if you prove your bravery by helping me. How can we help? Trixie asked, always quick to lend a hand. The lion explained that the cave was filled with thorny vines that prevented him from reaching the treasure hidden inside, the only way to soften his heart. Without hesitation, Bella, the fairy who could communicate with animals, called upon the forest creatures to help remove the thorns. Together, with the help of rabbits, birds, and even the squirrels, they carefully cleared the vines. As the last vine was pulled away, the lion's heart softened, and he smiled. You have shown bravery and kindness. The path is now open. The fairies flew through the cave and found a glowing crystal at the center, a symbol of their courage. Task 2. Spreading kindness. The second task took them to a small village in the heart of the forest, where the animals and trees were in distress. The forest had been suffering from a drought, and the animals were struggling to find food and water. Trixie, with her playful spirit, immediately began organizing a fun gathering for the animals. She danced and laughed, spreading joy everywhere. But it was Bella's quiet and thoughtful approach that truly made the difference. She whispered words of comfort to the trees, encouraged the birds to share their food, and helped the animals gather water from the river. As the animals worked together, the village began to thrive again. The trees started to bloom, and the air became fresher. The fairies had shown true kindness, and the animals cheered for their help. "You have spread kindness where there was none," the tree's voice echoed. "The second task is complete." Task 3. Wisdom from the Old Oak. The final task led them to the oldest tree in the forest, the great oak. His bark was gnarled and twisted, and his branches seemed to touch the sky. But the great oak had one secret. He held the key to wisdom in the simplest things. Mira approached the tree and asked, "Wise oak, what can we learn from you?" The great oak smiled and said, "True wisdom is not always in grand ideas, but in the small, everyday things. Look around and you will see." At first, the fairies were confused. What wisdom could they find in the forest? But as they looked closer, they saw the beauty of the tiny details, the way the dew sparkled on the grass, the patience of the ants working together, and the quiet strength of the river as it gently flowed over stones. They realized that wisdom was in every moment of life. "The wisdom was always here," Mira said softly, understanding. "It's in the little things we often overlook." The tree chuckled. "You have learned well, fairies. The third task is complete." Moral of the story: true magic lies not in grand treasures, but in the courage to face challenges